What's up, beautiful people? It's iipro. Thanks for tuning in. Today we're looking at You Broke Me First by Tate McRae. How to achieve a similar result. Let's start by listening to what we've got. What a beautiful song. So one of the most important and audible elements of the song is the piano. In the key of E major, 124 BPM, the chords are C sharp minor, A major, E major, and B major. This is pretty much going through the whole song. And this is what the piano sounds like by itself. One of the most obvious processing that I did for the piano is the filter. Without the filter, this is what it sounds like. I love this plugin from Noise filter. So it's also bringing a little bit more thickness to the whole sound and filtering the higher frequencies, make it sound really thick and beautiful. And I layered it up with synth chords. This is what the synth sounds like with the same exact chords as the piano has. And there's a chorus plugin, creating a little bit more width to the sound together with the piano, and I EQ'd, filtered the highs and a little bit more low frequencies out. So it's just bringing more body to the whole sound. So next I added some ambience to the song with this patch sound. It just plays a long E note. Nothing extremely special, but it creates a big difference when you take it out to how the whole song feels. It's like a texture thing. Hear the difference. So the next thing would be the bass. This is what the bass sounds like by itself. And in the context, and the main elements that I use to process the bass with is the phaser plugin. Creates a little bit of movement to the sound. This is what it sounds like without this movement. And back in. Sounds a little bit more interesting, a tiny bit warmer, and there's a little bit of movement. LFO, low frequency oscillator, creating the movement with a really low pace. And the width, this micro shifter on an auxiliary channel has a lot to do with that chorus plugin micro shift from Soundtoys. So once we get to the post chorus part, or the drop, whatever you like to call it, there's another layer of bass coming in. You could probably just have this in the original single bass sound and then just move the filter up a little bit, release these frequencies of the sound. But I wanted to add another layer of bass, and it's a lot more distorted. I'm using the Sound Toys Decapitator to do that. Pretty heavy processing there, heavy distortion, and there's a doubler from Waves, creating a little bit width to the sound. So this is what the bass sounds like together. And then there's the long string synth sounds with a really long release. And there's a little bit of movement added with the tremolo plugin at the rate of the quarter note. This is what those sound like together. First one of them is just playing E and the E of the octave higher, and the other one is playing E and the major third. You can hear the release is so long that it's still playing at this point. Next, there's the drums and percussions. Together they sound like this. There's a kick, snare, together with the clap, hi-hat, and shaker. And the kick pattern changes a little bit in the second pre-chorus. And to add some interesting texture to the song and to highlight certain parts of the song, there's these drum sounds, snare rolls with long reverb, clap sounds, vocal chops to make it a lot more interesting. This is what it sounds like in the context. These snare hits. Clap in the second verse. And lastly, there's the vocal chop reverb throws. And they sound like this. So these are simply vocal chops from the acapella without FX processing. This is what they sound like. Pretty weird, I know. And how to achieve this is to chop the bits that you like, select the region, make sure you have I pressed on the keyboard, and this is usually fade in by default, so just change it to speed up and adjust the length to whatever you like. And FX processing that I did to achieve this is a bit crusher, pretty heavy bit crushing, but only 13.7%. And filtered it with an EQ, lows and highs, and some 400 Hz. To make it a little bit more pleasant to the ear, some reverb. And some ping pong delay. So this is how we achieved to recreate You Broke Me First by Tate McRae. Thank you so much for watching, and please let me know in the comments what you thought about this recreation. And please let me know what song you would like to see recreated. That would mean a lot. Thank you so much for watching, and all the best. Take care.